My eyes ain't used to these rays. I'm feeling exposed, but I can't hide no more. I can't.
The sun shines on all of my glory. My flaws don't look so bad at all. What was I so afraid of?
Hey everybody, it's Sharmel. Welcome back to Locs Lifestyle. So today I am here with another hair tutorial. So today I'm going to be installing some goddess locks over my natural locks. So if you would like to see more, then just keep watching. Okay, so before we get into the nitty-gritty of this tutorial, I'm just going to walk you through some of the products that I am going to be using for this install. So originally I was planning on doing just like some soft locks over my head, and then I was on Amazon looking for hair and I came across some soft locks that had like wavy ends. I ended up ordering from two different vendors just because the vendor that I really liked, they didn't have the other color that I wanted. So I'll start with the vendor that I like more. So these basically look like regular soft locks, and like I said, it has the wavy ends. I got it in a color TB30, so it's kind of like a 1B30 mix. These are 30 inches long. So this is the other brand that I ordered from, and I believe this is a TB27. I will have the link to both vendors down in the description box. So they're slightly different. They're slightly bigger in size for one. They are a little more textured, I feel like, than the other brand. And then they have more hair loose at the bottom. This is all synthetic hair, so we're gonna see how these ends hold up. And then the other thing about these ones is that they are 24 inches. So each bundle came with 6 packs of hair. There's 20 locks per pack for this brand, and then these are 12 locks per pack. But all in all, regardless of which brand you were to order from, you still would probably have enough for a full head. I only ordered from both because I wanted both colors. So I have a lot of packs of hair. I don't plan on using them all, but I wanted the different colors. So I'm probably more so gonna use the 30 color and then just add highlights of the 27, which I think should be a pretty mix. And then for the roots of my hair, wrapping the roots, I usually use Marley hair. So I had a pack of this Zuri Marley braiding hair. This is in a color 1B. And then I also have like this, which is a medley of different colors and brands, but for the most part it is all Marley hair. I want to say it's a range from 1B, 27, 4, and 30. It's a little bit of everything in here. And then I think I have some more 1B and some 4. I'm just kind of using whatever I have in my collection, but you would just need a few packs of some Marley hair to wrap your roots. I usually try not to use like too many products on my hair when I'm doing like a protective style as far as like smoothing out my roots. But today I might use a little. So I have some aloe vera gel. I also have some Shine and Jam, which I used to use all the time when I would braid my hair. And then I have some other different edge controls. Of course, I'm going to be using my edge booster on my hairline for my edges. If you do choose to use like any type of product to smooth out your edges, the only thing that I would recommend is just making sure that it is a water base. These are locks, so you don't want to use something that's going to cause too much buildup at your roots. And whatever product you do choose to use, you want to make sure that it's going to be easy to wash out and get any potential gunk out of your roots. So I'm probably going to be using the technique I used when I did my butterfly locks. So in the past, when I have done any protective styles over my locks, so any faux locks, twists, or anything like that, I would usually double up my locks per faux lock. So I would do like 2 real locks per faux lock. However, I was still very early on in my lock journey, and my hair and my locks were a lot thinner. But now that my locks have thickened up quite a bit, I kind of want more locks in my head this time. Last time I did a lock count, I had 71 locks, I think. And since then, I've combined a few. I have somewhere like around 65-ish locks right now. And then if there are any locks that are still kind of thin, I probably will double them up. But for the most part, I think I'm going to do 1 faux lock per real lock. I know this intro was kind of long, but I do like to go in detail about all the products that I use because I always get questions. I just want to make sure we talk about everything before we get started on this tutorial. All right, you guys, so I went ahead and started off camera to show you guys what it's looking like so far. One of the easier things about installing like faux locks over your natural locks is that your hair is already pre-parted. Even though I don't have a fresh retwist, you know, my hair is sectioned off. So if y'all see any crookedness back there, let it be. For the most part, I just kind of used my hands to part out my hair and went from there. I did not use a comb at all. All right, so like I told you guys, this is pretty much the same process that I used when I did the butterfly locks. So I'm starting with one of my locks. I've been using the jam. I'm gonna take a little bit of that and kind of smooth out my part. And then I've been doing like a soft retwist. Now when I double my locks, I don't really feel the need to like retwist the roots, but since we are doing single locks, I do just retwist it a little bit, just so that it's a little neater. So I'm gonna take a piece of the Marley hair. I'm trying to keep the pieces pretty thin. I did cut the packs of hair as well. And then, you know, the typical faux lock method, where you fold it, and then I just, you know, start wrapping at the root of my head, and then I'm gonna gradually start bringing that down. And I like this method because it keeps like your roots really like flat and not too bulky. And so then when I have about this much left, I'm gonna take one of the crochet locks and I literally just lay it against my hair like that, and then I just continue wrapping. Now it will kind of show like where you placed it. You can go ahead and rewrap that area if you want. I don't really mind it because I like my locks to have some texture to them. This piece was cut a little short, so I'm just going to go ahead and feed in another piece of hair. And then for the most part, as long as you pass your real hair, you can go ahead and end it. On some of these, I like more texture, so I'm wrapping them down further, but it's totally up to you. Then when I have about this much left, I'm gonna tie a knot. You can tie 2 knots if you want. My nails are really long, so I feel like my knots haven't been that great. So after I tie a knot, whatever's left, I'm just gonna continue wrapping it. Until I run out. And then I'm just gonna palm roll it just to kind of seal it. And I find like with the Marley hair, it pretty much stays in place. Like I did 2 knots on this one, but once I kind of palm roll it, the hairs just kind of get stuck together, and yeah, they're not unraveling. I used to use glue, I used to burn the ends. I've tried all of those techniques, but so far just kind of doing a knot, I don't have any issues with that, and it's not as messy as using like glue and all that stuff. But yeah, this is what we have. It's a very simple process. It's flexible right away. It's not heavy, it's not bulky, and yeah. Now on the front of my head, I may clean up my parts a little more. For this lock in the front, I'm gonna use a little edge control to do my edges. I'm using the Style Factor Edge Booster. Alright you guys, and I wanted to jump back on with the voiceover real quick just to let you know that I wasn't really feeling the 27 locks as far as like color wise and how it was blending with the rest of my hair. So I ended up just taking some more Marley hair in those various colors and wrapping them down the entire 27 lock. I did this for all of them just to kind of tone it down a little bit. I don't know, the undertone in this blonde, I just felt like it was not meshing well. So here you just see me adding some more color just for like a better contrast. Alright you guys, so I am back with the final look. Here it is. I am loving this install, you guys. I love the color. I love just the overall look about it. It is really full, but I overall still love the fullness of it. I just love this install. So as far as like details go, I want to say I used about 2 to 3 packs of the T30 hair, and I didn't even use a full pack of the T27 hair. It took me about 7 to 8 hours to complete this install, including breaks, so it didn't take too long. It took a little longer than I thought it would, but overall this was a very easy install, pretty smooth, especially for this density. So I'll get up in a second and show you guys how long it is and where it hits me. As far as like heaviness, the locks on their own are very light. So for the most part, this is a light install. However, they're long. If you've ever had like long soft locks before, you know that the crochet locks on their own are very lightweight. However, depending on how many you put in your head, and because of the length and because of gravity, they do have a tendency, they're not necessarily heavy, but it does have a tendency to be weighted because we have all of this hair and gravity is gonna naturally pull it down. But it's not a uncomfortable heavy. Like obviously I have it down. I wore it in a bun while I worked out and I didn't have any issues. So overall, considering the length and overall density of this install, it is on the lighter side as far as like weight goes. As far as the crochet locks themselves, the quality, so far the quality seems decent. Again, I ordered from 2 different vendors. The T130 hair, it seems to be a better quality. Here is how the ends are looking so far. Honestly, it just kind of feels like it's Kanekalon hair and they braided the ends and dipped it to give it like the crinkly look. I mean, it's only been a couple of days, but so far the quality is okay considering this is synthetic hair and it's really long and it's going to be rubbing against stuff. Now, for the 27 hair, the loose ends feel a little silkier. However, the locks themselves have a lot of hair loose at the bottom. So if you do install this, I recommend wrapping some of the hair past where the faux lock ends. Although it feels soft, I have one in particular. I don't know how I tied this one off or if this one is just a fluke and it was laying wrong, but you guys see how it looks. It's starting to get a little tangled and messy. I'm sure if I put a little mousse or setting foam on it, I could, you know, jazz it up. But keep in mind, if you had a head full of this brand and these locks, you do run the risk of them looking like this. But yes, overall, I am loving this install. Again, I just like the way that it looks. I like the way that it falls. So let me step back and show you guys how long this hair is. So yes, you guys, that is going to be it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, per usual, leave them down in the comments section. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, Snatched by Sharmel, and I will see you all in my next video.